Good morning. Favorite Rambling Redhead here. How you doing today? It's a beautiful, warm Monday. It's, I don't know, like 50 something out here right now. Just went out to take care of the chickens this morning. Got them a bowl of scraps. We started to do some composting over here and figured out that I've got to build a enclosure around our compost pile because, well, Luna will just eat whatever we put on top of compost. So, but, hi, good morning. Thanks for liking, thanks for subscribing, thanks for joining us. Hope y'all enjoyed a slightly longer 2-week video. I don't know, I guess I'll get that posted today. I just had a lot going on the last couple days, so I haven't got anything posted, but I am getting ready to move these chickens here, get their water filled up. They are currently strapped down with ratchet straps and these big stakes. Because we had some super high winds the other day, and you know, I just didn't want to have to worry about my chicken coop because this little chicken coop doesn't have a big base on it or anything falling over. So I'm gonna get them all squared away and slid over and let them out, and we'll talk about what we're doing. Delicious, healthy breakfast for the chickens. So we've made some changes for them here recently. Normally, or up until this last batch, we've always just fed them layer pellets. Well, this last time, we bought 12 pounds of layer pellets, or 12 pounds of layer pellets, 10 pounds of cracked corn, and 3 pounds of mealworm treat. So normally they've always gotten layer pellets, and then we would give them the mealworms or corn as a treat. Well, went ahead and bought it all at once, mixed it all up as a feed, and I've been feeding them that now for a couple weeks, and they seem to really be enjoying it. Alrighty guys, busy week going on this week. So we finished up the backside of the roof last week, finished up the insulation, and started the ceiling in there. There you go. So this week we're hopefully going to get as far as we can with the cedar that we have. We haven't contacted the gentleman that we bought the first round of cedar from yet to see if he has any more, but it's looking like we won't have enough. And then after that, we actually found at the Western Market, where we've been buying a lot of materials, they actually have more of it, probably from the same batch, that we're going to go get from them. So it's a little bit more expensive, like 49 cents more a stick. It's not too bad. But also planned this week to get the camper moved over here. We went to Home Depot last night. I picked up some wire so that I can move the outlet from the shop over here to the house, and we'll be on our power, so that'll be cool. But right now, me and Deacon are going to get here and continue to put up the ceiling and see how much we can get done today before I have to go to work. Alrighty guys, so we've made it to the turn. I'm now headed across the ceiling, and it's looking great. I'm loving the absolute look of this, between all the kerf marks from when it was all rough sawn. I don't know if y'all can see that texture to it, but they're all different thicknesses, they're all different colors. It just looks really cool. So we're quite happy with it. And that's about what we're going to get to today. I'm going to finish getting stuff done for this video I uploaded last night, so I can get that posted at lunch today, and then get ready for work. So we'll see what we get into tomorrow. Hopefully it'll be moving the camper though.
Hey guys, thought I'd give you a little bit of an update. Ooh, I look red. It's warm today. It's like 70 something degrees right now. I want to give you a little update on the garden because we have been busy today. So we have got 4 trays in now. So this is the tray that's been there. As you can see, everything's a little wilted, but we took it outside, gave it some fresh air, some real sunlight, and hopefully we see those perk back up. We've now got pretty much everything started, or the first round of everything, because we will be doing some transitioning planting, which means as stuff gets used, put new plants in. So the plan is to keep plants constantly in the greenhouse for outside. But these are all of our herbs in these tiny cups. I have not decided whether I will have some sort of indoor garden for the herbs that I use. I think there's like oregano, rosemary, cilantro, dill, stuff that I use constantly. And then I have a paper somewhere of what everything is. We started a lot more of the things up here. So each one of them's got like 10 seed squares for each plant. Down here I did some bigger ones for my bigger plants. I've got some flowers in this one that's going to be a companion plant. I've got some green beans, some snap peas, and some acorn squash. And then down there I have my watermelons, my sweet melon, and some strawberry plants. So that's all full. And we're going to see how it goes. Everything's turned out great so far. I'm really happy with all the plants that are starting to see some new ones of the peppers growing. So I know that they're not like all frozen and dead. Everything's starting to perk back up. They've done great today. I'm just going to give them some time. All right. What else? Oh, and we moved stuff around because we're going to move the camper tomorrow. So we moved stuff around. We've got a table up here. We've got chairs and a little side table here. Can't wait to have coffee on my porch. Yeah, and we're just cleaning up for the day. It's almost 5 o'clock, so I'm going to start dinner here in a little bit. But now we're going to get laundry off the line. But that's all we did today. We'll see you guys later. It's moving day. I think they're going to power wash it before we move it, but we'll see.
Guys, it's moving day. Deacon just pressure washing off where all the tape residue is now, but we're getting ready to move this big girl from here to right in front of that evergreen there. So we'll be facing this way now, so we'll be able to see the front gate from the house, which will be convenient for times like this morning where the dogs started freaking out and we couldn't figure out why. Still don't know why. I think she just went outside, but we are hooked up. I don't have my weight distribution hitch on, so it sits kind of low in the front, so we'll have to keep an eye on that as we move it. And there's a train, but we're gonna get started getting this thing over where we want to be. All right, well, we got the camper moved, and unfortunately have somehow managed to crack our water line, so we're gonna have to get that taken care of. But it's much nicer now. Now we can see when there's somebody at the gate in the mornings. The dog's freaking out, which will be cool. And here in about 2 hours we'll be in shade from all this tree line over here, which will be nice. We need some morning sun. And we're over here on our own power, so I just got the power cable run for everything. Gonna get the I gotta figure out sewer tomorrow. We're just running gray water. Gonna do a couple gray water buckets off here in the woods. So, but we're moved. Wasn't too big of an ordeal. Gonna end up having to buy a new brad nailer because it lost a fight with a ladder yesterday. So we're gonna work on that, and I'm gonna get ready for work. Alrighty guys, well, this morning we're out here investigating what exactly was going on with this water leak. So I got my spigot out. You can see where it mounts down there to that little brass fitting. Comes out of that T, it's a threaded T, to this frost-free spigot. So the spigot has this rod, comes down from the handle up here at the top. And then at the bottom, it has this assembly. It has a seat in it there, that rounded portion around the hole down there, that this plunger is supposed to sit into, and when that's pushed all the way down, it closes off the water, and then a little bit of water in this pipe drains out this hole. So we dug down, turned on the water this morning, and the water was still just running right out of that drain hole. See, that's weird. So pulled the thing apart, pulled it out, and this is what I found inside of it. So all this aluminum, I don't know what it is. I don't think it was part of this. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was inside the tube and it fell down. I'm not really sure what happened. Not a clue where this came from. But it was sitting inside this hole right here, so that plunger couldn't close all the way, so water was just consistently flowing back in there and out. So there you go. Simple. Found the problem, and we're just gonna get this put back together and see if that fixed it. Alrighty, well, we got the water all situated, and we can have it closed, and the checked at the meter, and we have no water flow. So we got that problem fixed, which is good. So the reason we got into looking at all this is my father-in-law got his water bill, and the water bill is normally less than 1,000 gallons a month. I looked, since that water meter's been put in, 5,000 gallons have moved through it. 2,600 gallons of that was last month while we were doing this trench, and we had the big blowout up there, and then blowing it out while I was putting fittings on, things like that, I'm sure is the majority of it. So I'm sure this month, now that we've got that little leak fixed, we'll be back down to under 1,000 gallons a month, which would be nice. But let me show y'all what we're up to next here. So these are our stabilizers. So it's a 2x4 cut long ways, angles at the top and an angle at the bottom, and it's got this cut in it. So these will go down here. They sit up into the cook of the frame. We'll put a piece of wood under here as a foot, and then a ratchet strap goes across to one on the opposite side, pulls those together, and it provides a ton of stability. Deacon was just telling me that they noticed it last night when Drake would walk around. The camper moves a ton compared to what it was doing when it had these on it, because the stabilizers on a camper provide up and down stability, but they don't provide a ton of stability against side-to-side motion. So you can see how much that moves. So we'll get these stabilizers on here real quick and I'll show you how much better that is. Alright, and then with those in, so the original design for these actually called for an eye bolt that went through here, but I just cut slots. So it sits right up in the corner of the frame there, and then down against the ground. We have a set here, we have a set directly at the front. If we really wanted to, we could do a set right there in front of those tires, and it would help some more. But just the ones on the front and the back makes an exponential difference in how much that camper moves. You can feel it, so that's cool. They're cheap. There's probably 10 foot of 2x4 here, including the feet. So, and a pack of ratchet straps. You could do this real cheap if you have a camper and you want to stabilize it. I recommend it. So I think the only thing I got left to do today is get this gray water line set up. So we are going to be dumping our black water, which is from the toilet, back into the sewer septic system over there still, but our gray water we're going to do into a gray water bucket back here that'll drain off gradually into the ground like a septic system. And gray water is just sink and shower, so those fill up a lot faster. So that's what we're going to dive into now. Alrighty guys, well it's definitely not what you would call a productive week. Did get some stuff done. We did get the camper moved, we got the electrical moved, and there's like 3 more rows of that ceiling done. But since my nailer is broken, I am picking up a new one while we're down in Texas. So haven't been able to work on that. But we are leaving for Texas today. It's Friday. We're going down there for the weekend. See everybody, see the teenager, do all the fun stuff, and pick me up a new nailer. So that's the plan. Fortunately, we didn't get nearly as much done this week as I had wanted to. But pretty much everything I was going to do. We didn't do anything yesterday. We just hung out and worked on tractors a little bit and hung out. I mean, we didn't do anything. It was great. It was a nice day, but I was really hoping to get this cedar done this week. But maybe next week. But anyway, that's going to do it for us here. Thanks for liking. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for watching. Bye.